Okay, so I'm gonna be doing a makeup tutorial slash review. There are two new products that I just recently got. Actually, there's a few, but there's two that I'm gonna focus on for this video. So it's gonna be the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. And then, oh my god, this foundation exploded in my bag, my makeup bag. So I kind of have the top off of it and it looks a little bit janky right now. Just because I don't want to get makeup back on the top. But the NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation, pretty sure that's how you, yeah, natural. So it's natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. And it's pretty new. And I have this one in New Caledonia, which is a new shade. So yeah, I'm pretty much going to be focusing in on those two. I'll probably make other videos about the other products that I'm using because I did get some more FENTY products. So this is my face without any moisturizer. I'm super dry. I have very dry skin, so I do use a lot of moisturizer and oils and things like that on my face. Okay, so I went ahead and did my eyebrows just because those usually take some time, you know, just making sure everything's like all blended out and whatnot. So now I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the foundation. So before I start to apply, what I'm gonna do, how am I gonna put this? So I'm just gonna squirt it onto my face. That'll do. Okay, so before I blend this all over my face, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be using my beauty blender. I'm just gonna spray my beauty blender, like dampen it up with Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 like setting spray. So, and now I'm just going to put that all over. I like to take this and like put some on my forehead, and just because my forehead doesn't, I have a tiny like caveman forehead, so I don't really need much foundation up there. So what I love about this foundation is you can see it literally just like, it matches pretty well for the most part. It looks, you know, like my skin. And it's just like dewy. It gives off this like dewy look. It doesn't look mattifying. It doesn't make your face look harsh, which is like perfect for dry skin. It has more of like olive undertones, this specific shade, which I like because I do have obviously like more olivey, yellowy undertones than red. So yeah, I actually really like this foundation. So this foundation, it doesn't feel super makeup-y. It doesn't feel like it's very like natural, which is what it promotes. So it does what it's supposed to do, I guess. It's very dewy, like so radiant, which I like. So if you have dry skin, I do recommend, definitely 10/10 recommend this foundation, just because it just looks so like radiant. It makes me look like my skin has hydration and moisture and all the things that it needs. So yeah, that's the foundation. So now I'm gonna pretty much be showing you guys how it sits with everything else that I do on top of it. This is the Born This Way Too Faced Concealer. I honestly, so this one, the reason I don't use it around my eyebrows is because it really, it's not as easy to blend as the Fenty concealer. And so when I'm blending around my eyebrows, I don't like to leave harsh lines. Like you can still see some of the concealer here, but once I'm going back through and touching up around my eyebrows, it'll blend away easily. You're gonna see with this concealer, the color, it's like pigmented. So even though these two are like similar in color, the Fenty and the Born This Way concealer, this one's like very heavy, so even when I blend it out, the color still shows. So I don't like that intense color around my eyebrows. I like for it to kind of like when I turn this way, it looks more natural. When I turn this way, you know, it looks natural. Like only if I'm like under the light can you see where the concealer is. But like I said, once I'm going back through and touching up on all of my foundation, I'm gonna blend that out a little bit more. So with this concealer, if this were my Fenty concealer, it would have just like blended in, would have just like the minute I was like tapping it, it would have like, you know, started to look more like my skin tone. But with this one, you don't get that. So definitely make sure like when you're done, you just go back through and touch up, you know, just to cover up, you know, any harsh lines that are visible after, you know, like blending it out, things like that. And now I'm just gonna bake my under eyes.